It doesn't matter which profession you are, but communication skills is going to be extremely important for you. It's going to be extremely beneficial for you. The more you hone your skills, your communication skills, the better chances you have to grow in your career. Why is that? Because basically, communication is pretty different from conversation skills. And if you would like to know more about it, just watch the video which I've shot earlier, the difference between communication and conversation. So why communication skills is so important is because it helps you to convey your message with different types of people depending on different types of situations wherever you are, whether it is in your personal life or it is in your professional life. So having said that, I'm going to share the most fundamental equation, which is something known as the 3 V's of communication. V for Victor, right? So 3 V's of communication. Once you understand this fundamental concept of communication skills, and if you can take care of these 3 things exactly as I'm telling you right now, then it is going to really improve your communication skills. So are you ready? If you're ready, just type ready in the comment box wherever it is that you're watching. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more communication skills tips. And also don't forget to like this video. So bring out your pen and papers and let me share the fundamental of communication. 3 V's of face-to-face communication. Number 1 is visual, number 2 is vocal, and number 3 is verbal. Now, visual is whatever is visible, your body language. How are you looking at that person? How are you nodding your head? Where is the position of your head? How is your body posture like? How are you? What kind of gestures that you're making with your hand? What are the signals that you're making? Right? What are your signals with the shoulder? Right? So these are, what do you call them? These are called visual effect of the communication skills. Now that part is 55% of 100% communication. 55% is visual. I hope you've noted. If you've noted, just type noted in the comment box. And many people ignore that. They don't do anything with their body. They don't try to convey the message using the body, and that's a huge mistake. And if your body language is improper, then doesn't matter what your intention is, but the message communicated will be improper as well. It will be miscommunicated if you don't take care of 55% of this very important point, which is body language, visual. The next V is 38%, and that is vocal. Now, what is vocal? Vocal is your tone. How are you speaking? How are you saying something? What is the ups and downs in your voice? What is the energy of your voice? What is the tone of your voice? Is it harsh? Is it pleasant? Is it lovely? Or is it very rude? What is the tone of your voice? Every tone, every vocal cord expresses your feeling. So that's why I said vocal is 38%, another major chunk of 100% of communication. So you really need to be careful. How are you modulating your voice? What is the energy level of your voice? Again, a very ignored part of communication. People don't pay attention to how they are saying. They pay a lot of attention to what they want to say. Right? We get very curious and very impatient to talk about what exactly we want to say to the other person, but we are not looking at, or we are not paying attention at the tone of our voice, and that is 38% of communication. The last but not the least is the third V, which is verbal. Verbal is 7% of your communication skills. What is verbal? Whether you are clearly and concisely and crisply and correctly speaking the language, whatever language that you're using, whether it is English whether it is your local language, whatever language that you're using. Do you have clear command over that language? How fluent are you in that language? That is 7% of communication. So whether you're pronouncing properly, if you're mispronouncing words, then it will impact your communication skills. If you're not clear, if you're not grammatically correct, then it will confuse people. If you're not using the right words at the right time, vocabulary, then it will confuse people. So that is the fluency part, or the verbal part. What are you saying? That is 7%. Now, pay attention once again that your visual is 55%, your vocal is 38%, and your verbal is 7%. What does it mean? It means that if you want your communication to be effective, then you need to pay a lot of attention on how are you saying it, and little bit of attention on what are you saying it. Very, very important point. And that's exactly where people make mistake. They just reverse the equation. If you add 55 with 38, it becomes 93%. 93% of your communication is purely dependent on your body language and the kind of voice modulation that you're using, the kind of tone that you're using. 93%. Now think how much of attention that you have actually paid in these two areas, your body language and your tone while speaking to someone. Now think how much of attention that you've actually paid in your verbal part, because it is 7%, but most of the people pay almost 100% attention to what they want to say. And that's where miscommunication happens. I hope this equation was extremely beneficial for you. And if you really love this content, then I would like to see your comments below this video. And I hope you'll be able to learn more about the visual, the vocal, and the verbal. And if you would like to know more about it, and if you are especially from Odisha, you're a teacher, you're a trainer, you're a professor, you are a coach, then I would love to invite you to join my exclusive VIP Facebook group dedicated to improve your communication skills, presentation skills, public speaking skills, and online coaching skills. Go ahead and click on the link provided below this video or above this video somewhere, depending on which platform you're watching, and do join my group. You just have to answer your full name, your email address, and once you give that, I will have you added to my exclusive Facebook group, especially if you're an educator from Odisha. And in that group, we are going to train you exclusively 3 levels of training: level 1, level 2, level 3. 5 days, 30 days, and 90 days of trainings are there. There are 3 programs. You can start with level 1 in a very, very affordable price point. Once you join the group, you will come to know more information about it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and stay tuned to know more about fantastic communication skills, which I think you've never heard before and are very, very practical, and is going to really help in your life. Bye-bye, take care, and have a fantastic new year ahead.